Hey everybody, it's Andy aka Max Rider. We're back with another episode of Minecraft. We're still out here at the homestead, but we're going to work on something nearby. As you can see, I just chopped down a tree. I'm also going to talk a little bit today about the Last Valley. Now this is a scenario that I wrote for Down Darker Trails. Our heroes had stopped in a little town in western Utah, and we're going to cross into eastern Utah. Shoot, I should have brought some dirt with me. Let's go back and grab dirt real quick. They were crossing south of the Uintah, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, reservation. Going cross country, they decided not to take the trains. We had some different players this time, including some gunfighters. And they're basically trekking through the wilderness of Western America. In a medicine wagon with a few horses. They first noticed something was a little odd. We're gonna have to figure this out. I think we're gonna start from the other side because I see how that looks. We want to go from there. Oh, that was bad. Oh, I made it. I can't believe I made it. Anyway, there's lava under here somewhere. Anyway, so they are traveling across Utah, south of Salt Lake City, and they see some figures in the distance using I forget if they had a spyglass or a telescope or what, but using that, they found that it was that looked like natives. There were some natives fleeing the area, apparently, or something. Who knows? Okay, so this is going to go, what we're going to do is we're going to have a straight shot down about that far, and then we're going to cross with a little bridge. Is this 5 wide? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's exactly what we want. 5 wide. And you notice it comes down here almost naturally, ergonomically. So this is where we're going to cross, and then we'll deal with the other side next. I don't know what's going to be up here. But anyway, so this is just going to be a narrow little footbridge. And we're going to put this together pretty quickly, actually. So they are crossing Utah when they spot these riders. After that, at some point, somewhat shortly after that, they are attacked by a terrible, it looks like a giant eagle, but it's actually some kind of a lizard. Some of the more educated of them recognize it as a pterodactyl / pterodon. I believe they were called pterodactyls in this time period, though. Okay, let's fill this in and make it right. Dig this out a little bit here. There we go. So that's the basics of it. We're going to add a couple more things to make it look kind of nice. So anyway, so we're going to do more than this, trust me. So they decide they're going to keep this. They end up shooting it up, and are pretty lucky in how they do against it. And decide they're going to keep it, basically. It's, you know, this thing should be extinct. So they stuck it on the top of the medicine wagon, and they keep heading on until they hit this foggy area. That gave them pause for thought. They're a little nervous or worried about that, but they kept going anyway. They're like, yeah, keep going anyway. You know how player characters are. And pretty soon they hear they realize something is kind of stalking them. And then they hear a roar, and they see a giant creature to the south. And at one point, a few of them get a little separated, and that's when the velociraptor attacked. They took care of him pretty handily as well. Bullets work pretty well, even though these things are armored. And they continue on through this foggy valley until they... Ooh, I don't have enough of these. Until they get to... Oh yeah, I do. Fantastic. Until they get to a place where the fog is really thick. And they're keeping a very close eye out. They spot some more dead bodies of people and horses before they head on. They just ignore them. They're just like, no. No, 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 no. I have to count this now. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. It's 29. Half of that is what? 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think this is the center. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's the center. How far apart can we put these guys? About 3 each in between. Boop. 1, 2, 3. Boop. Damn it. 1, 2, 3. That should work. Yeah, that'll look okay. So, the fog's really bad. They keep hearing weird noises. They're not happy about that. They... Okay, last touch and we're about done. Yeah, here they are. Just to give it some color and make it look a little different. Ah, I am short of those. Okay, we have to make some more of those. They come to a spot where there is actually... That's 4? Is that not enough? But it's not enough. A short 1. Alright. So, they find this giant disc, like a big circle. It's basically a gate. And a bunch of dead serpent people around it. Makes noises as you go across. And so they find one serpent person is dying. And yeah, I want to show you guys the bottom of this thing as well. Because see, it looks like it is made solidly enough that it could potentially stand. Not really, but you know. Dr. Weiswald manages to save the serpent person. Does some of her amazing medicine on it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should add to this little bridge. Ow! I tried a couple different designs. I really kind of liked this one. It's simple, but it looks solid, kind of solid. Let's take a look from over here. The gateway looks into a jungle, and eventually they figure out that this is from dinosaur age, 250 million years before, and they take off. There is... Whoa, what? This must be a cave or something under here. Let's add a couple more torches on the end posts. And pretty soon they realize that the big dinosaur they saw is following them. That doesn't make them feel good. After a day of following him, they throw out the dead pterodactyl they've been carrying, and doesn't sound too sturdy. They throw out the dead pterodactyl. They filled it up with poison first, so that in the hopes that they would actually, you know, poison and kill the creature. That didn't work. It was still following them after a short time after that. I'm gonna have to look for this. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Very quickly, the thing followed them for 3 days before they found a place they could ambush it, and it was getting closer every day. And they managed to kill it using some nitroglycerin that Professor Stelloid had built, along with... Yeah, there's some badness here. Let's just mark this spot, and I'll come back later and check it out. There was that, Jack West being really good with a gun, Jakali shooting it in the eye. That seems to be her thing, shooting monsters in the eye. And the like. And they finally got away. And later on, the servant person joined as an NPC. It's not night yet? Well, then we'll eat. Anyway, that's about it. So thanks for watching, everybody. As always, I appreciate it. And I will talk to y'all next time.